Morning, guys. Today we are solving our 17th day or 16th day of the problem statement, and we can see that today we are having maximize dot product as the problem statement. In this problem statement, what basically we are going to do is we are going to find the maximum dot product of two given arrays. So you can see the arrays will be placed in such an order that there can be you can have to add zeros in particular positions such that the dot product of the array is maximum. So you can see the first array is 2, 3, 1, 7, and 8, and the second array is 3, 6, and 7. So if you put zeros in the first position and in the third position in the second array, the new array will become 0, 3, 0, 6, 7. And in this case, when you multiply the corresponding elements with the elements of the first array with the second array, the dot product becomes 107, which is assumed and said to be the highest maximum product. You can similarly do a rough calculation in each and every possibility where you put a zero, and you will see you will be having different type of products. But this is the most ideal solution. And in order to do that, we have to use the algorithms, and we have to use the DP algorithm, which will optimize and help us find the maximum probable way to make a dot product. So first we can see that n is m and an. Okay, so let me define what's n and m are. So n I can write like this: n is the size of the first array, and m is the size of the second array, and a is the first array, b is the first array. So the definitions have been defined. Now let's go with the code. First, what basically we have to do is we have to make a DP array. So in order to make a DP array, so let's make the DP array as DP of ij equals to new int, and the size of the DP array is n plus 1 and m plus 1. So let's put a loop around so we can transverse to the DP array equals to 0 or less than say n. So what is n and m basically denoting? You can also see over here that n and m is basically the rows and columns of the DP array, and also the size of the two arrays. So A size is n is the first size of the rows, and m is the size of the rows of the second array. So in the first array, what we are going to do is basically we are going to check and initialize the DP array. The first position of the DP 0i equals to integer dot min, so we can get the minimum value. Now we have to derive the condition. We have to create two loops. The first loop will go to the first array A, and the second loop will transverse through the second array. So in the second loop, we have to derive the condition of dpij. We can derive it as dpi and dpj such that math.max. In order to find the maximum dot product, we will use this math.max, which will return the dot product of two arrays. So dp of say I minus 1, dp of I minus 1, okay, and dp of j. So yeah, math.max and the first array is calculated. Now let's go with the say the third array. So what basically the third array does is we have to take the previous element, the next previous element, and the element before that as well. And also we have to diagonally check each and every element in order to understand it. So we have to implement this logic that maximize by inserting zeros in the second array, but we cannot disturb the order of the array. So we have defined the loop for first array, the second array, and we have also calculated. So next we are going to do dp of math.max. So this is our first math.max, this is our first value, and now we have to make another value dp of I minus j, j minus 1, I minus 1, j minus 1, plus we have to even take the initial arrays here of I minus 1 into dot product of b of j minus 1. And finally, we can see we have to even make some braces over here. So yeah, we have defined the DP array. The for loop ends. We have to return the DP of m cross m. We have to try and execute this particular program. So what's the error? I've not defined DP, so to define the DP. So again, some error is there. For I0, I less than equals to. Why this is not a statement? This is a statement. Math.max. Let me rectify the error. Okay. J equals to. You have to start it from the second array. J plus plus. If for int I equals to 0, J. Now let's check. Error not a statement. Why is this not a statement? I equals to 1, I less than n, I less than equals to n. Oops. Now it should work. You see, one typing mistake can cost your life. Again, there is an error. 943 is having a lot of errors. 145 is expected a semicolon. So dp of I minus 1, j. So what is the error in integer.min? So integer dp0 of j, 0j, min underscore value. We can't put, this is not a function. Yeah. So we have successfully solved our QTD problem of dynamic problem. So in DP we face errors like this where you have to be very strong with the logical syntaxes, how you have to traverse through a graph and you have to do all those things. These are very important. So what basically I will explain is like I've declared a new DP array, 2D array DP to store the maximum dot product at each index. The array has n plus 1 rows and n plus 1 columns. We'll store the maximum dot products for the array of A of size I and the B of size J. Next, what we're doing is like we are initializing a loop, and this loop initializes the first row of the DP array with integer dot min value to handle the test cases where no dot product can be formed. Then in the nested loop, what we are basically doing is the first dpij is basically calculating the maximum dot product at index I and j by considering two options. So the first option is skip the current array of the B and use maximum dot product for the previous row, which is I minus 1 into j, and include the elements of both the arrays A and B and add their product to the maximum dot from the previous diagonal. So A I minus 1, J minus 1, and plus we have to do the matrix multiplication in order to find the maximum dot product. Finally, we will return the dot product of the arrays. So I hope you liked today's problem statement. It was an easy problem statement on dynamic programming, but dynamic programming is not easy. You have to understand the concept, then things will be very easy for you. I hope you like this video. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to my channel.